Welcome to another installment of Lumber Joe Tree Service. Today we're washing ropes. Sounds exciting, huh? This is the rope that I used last November. It's a Pelican Matador 5/8, rated for 18,000 break. It's my bull rope. And from this video, it got super muddy. We're finally getting around here. It's the beginning of June. We're going to wash it. And we're going to start with a good soak. We're going to see what happens. This is my first time washing a rope. So let me be the litmus test for you. There's some stuff I learned on the internet. I also have my buddy Mitch was helping me out. He worked for the fire department, and he told me some things on how to wash a rope as well. Gave me some literature. Hopefully, I can pass that on to you today. Just an 18-gallon tote. We put just garden hose water in it so it's cold. And then we put just some dish detergent in it, probably about a half a cup into 18 gallons. And we'll kind of go from there. How long does this need to soak for? Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to give it at least a couple minutes. Here's some of that quote unquote mud that we didn't get off of it. Why is that important to clean your ropes? Well, most climbers, especially rock climbers, mountain climbers, they'll say that it's important to keep your ropes off the ground as much as possible. But in the arboring industry, that's all we do is put our ropes on the ground. And over time, you get particulate in there. You get sandy stuffs and mud, and it can start to abrase the inside of the rope. So what we want to do is we want to keep it off the outside of the rope so that over time it doesn't prematurely wear, doesn't cause a catastrophic malfunction during a critical cut, especially say a leaner over a house that has to go the other way. So we're going to do our due diligence here. We're doing an equipment check today, and we'll be doing some other things. Okay, then on this here, this is just a $9 rope washer that you can get off of Amazon, but it's supposed to just slide on here, and then I'll hold this underwater, and then I'll pull end to end out and into the clean bucket. And then at the end, obviously we're going to have a wet rope, and we're going to want to do a rinse cycle on it as well. So we'll do our diligence with that. And then I want to see what the condition looks like, because it is expected that these detergents can remove some of the protective coating. That's kind of some of the orange stuff that's on there. It's supposed to protect against abrasion and UV and things like that. We don't want the detergent from the dishes to dry our ropes out, because then they start getting fuzzy, and we don't want fuzzy ropes. We want good, slick, smooth ropes that travel neatly through our carabiners and our snatch blocks. If we end up with that fuzzy rope, we're supposed to do this process again. Instead of with soap, we're supposed to do it with fabric softener and put some moisture back in the rope. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this cleans up. That's bullpucky right there. So that's what the rope is bathing in. So we do not want that. That's bad for the ropes. Mostly that happens because my container is broken. I can already tell you it was a bad idea to use ice cold well water for this. Hands are cold. Let's see how this works. So far, I think it's going to end up having to just roll around here like this, because these bristles are fairly firm. Again, this is like the maiden voyage test for this. It should pull through here somehow. Oh boy. Well, we're either going to wreck it or it's going to do what it's supposed to do. So, oh God. There's a chance that this rope might be too thick for this. There we go. Maybe it wants to be together. It wants to be together. Okay, now we got it rocking and rolling. So hold it like that under the water. And I'm definitely going to get my workout for the day here because this isn't easy. This might be a good idea for the time lapse portion. And for everyone's information, this rope is 200 feet long. You know where I'm feeling it? Right here. So it appears as if this high quality bull rope has been milked all the way down to the end. We'll see. It'll likely be able to just get stretched back this way once we take this off. But it's not going to allow me to wash that part until I take it off. So all right. We have demilked the rope. But it doesn't do a whole lot for us washing it because that's what we wanted to do. So 200 feet of 5/8 rope through here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't look too worse for the wear. I mean, the bristles are going to fray a little bit, but we did just pull 200 feet of rope through it. So $9, and I think we did pretty okay. And that's what our water looks like. It appears as if a lot of that thickness is water that got through there, because as soon as you pull on it, it all came back to uniform. And while I was doing it, water was just squeezing out of it like crazy. So that's one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Now we need to dry the whole rope after we rinse it. So let's get on that. See if there's any sediment in the bottom. Not a lot. This was dirty before we started with this. So that's just sand. Let's see how this goes. Lumber Joe. That was Tyson Design and Manufacturing. Did you get the phone call on the video? Oh. Anyway, we broke a shaft on the wood chipper, so I had to have it custom machined, and they told me it was done. It only took a day. So instead of having to wait the 3 weeks for the new part to come in under warranty, I paid over $100 to be up and running again in 2 days. So we might be doing a review on that piece of machinery later. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is, like I said, I never washed a rope before, and I'm sure there's a ton of water that's in here. Yeah, look at that. So time lapse. So dehumidifier is a 70 pint, and then I've got a fan. I think what you're really supposed to do is you're supposed to hang these ropes up. So you could just put like 2 pieces of 2x4 on the wall and just figure 8 wrap around them and let them hang with no rope touching any other piece of rope. I don't have that luxury, so I'm gonna have to jury rig something. This seems like it's probably the best way to do it, is to just increase the surface area of this rope as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to divide it between the 2 buckets on the floor. And as I'm doing it, I'm thinking to myself, I want to be able to see the bottom of the buckets, because then I know that the air is going to get all the way to the bottom. Snake through. Fan goes on. Right over the top. And voila. Hopefully within a day or 2, we have everything we need. So that concludes our rope washing demonstration.